Members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I am Maria Superville-Nielsen, Program Director of the Anthony and Sabga Awards, Caribbean Excellence. And we are here this morning to announce the 2022 Laureates in Arts and Letters, Entrepreneurship, Public and Civic Contributions, and Science and Technology. But allow me first to tell you who's with us. At the head table, we have Mr. Andrew N. Sabga, Chairman of the Ansa McCall Foundation, and Professor Compton Bourne, our new Chair of the Regional Eminent Persons Selection Panel. In our audience, we have Mr. Justice Rolston Nelson, and I believe we expect Mrs. Diana Mahabir Wyatt, Trinidad and Tobago resident members of the panel. Directors of the Ansa McCall Foundation, we have two with us, Mrs. Linda Hadid and Mr. A. Nigel Sabga. Mrs. Mahabir Wyatt is also a director of the foundation. We have Ansa McCall executives, Mr. David Hadid and Mr. Nicholas Sabga, who also heads the Marketing and Communications Subcommittee of the foundation. Dr. Basil Springer is here representing the Barbados Nominating Committee, and Mr. Vincent Pereira, the Trinidad and Tobago Nominating Committee. I acknowledge our streaming audience, the other members of the Regional Eminent Persons Panel, Mr. Justice Christopher Blackman, Barbados, Professor Bridget Brereton, Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Christopher Barvell, Jamaica, Dr. Charmaine Gardner, St. Lucia, the Most Honorable Sir Kenneth Hall, Jamaica, Professor E. Nigel Harris, St. Lucia, and Major General, retired, Joseph Singh of Guyana. Our country nominating committees together with the rest of the region, and I welcome you all. The Anthony N. Sabga Awards Caribbean Excellence Program began in 2005 and recognizes individuals between the ages of 35 years and 55 years who have a track record of consistently superior work and whose efforts have demonstrated excellence, leadership, and a pioneering ability. These are not Lifetime Achievement Awards. I now hand you over to Professor Compton Bourne, who will announce the winners.
Thank you, Maria. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, members of the foundation, board of directors, fellow panelists who are present, and members of the country nominating committees who are also present. It is my privilege to this morning announce the winners of the Anthony N. Sabga Award Caribbean Excellence. We have had, for consideration, a very accomplished set of nominees in all four categories. That is science and technology, arts and letters, public and civic contribution, and entrepreneurship. I think that the country nominating committees deserve compliments for the fine efforts they made to ensure that the eminent persons panel had meritorious persons to consider for final selection. I think acknowledgements are also in order for my colleagues on the eminent persons panel, Justice Christopher Blackman, Mr. Christopher Bowell, Professor Bridget Brereton, Dr. Charmaine Gardner, Sir Kenneth Hall, Professor Nigel Harris, Ambassador Irvin LaRocque, Mrs. Diana Mahabir Wyatt, Justice Rolston Nelson, and Major General retired Joseph Singh. Now to come to the actual awards. For arts and letters, the awardee this year is Mr. Marlon James. Marlon James is a Jamaican national who works part of the year at least in the US. He is a world accomplished and recognized author. He's the author of the book of the Night Women, one of his early publications. Author also of A Brief History of Seven Killings, the book which won him the Man Booker Prize in 2015. And he's currently writing a trilogy called the Dark Star Trilogy, which first item in which is Black Leopard, that's already published. Second, Red Wolf, already published. And the third, as a work in progress, Moon Witch, Spider King. It is generally described as an African fantasy. But just a few days ago, in an interview published in the UK Guardian, Marlon James himself said, "I am writing an African world, but you can tell it went through the Jamaican blender." So he's very much a man of the world, influenced by his roots in Jamaica. The awardee for entrepreneurship is Mr. Shyam Nokta, who is from Guyana. Shyam Nokta founded the environmental protection, is an environmental protection consultant who founded a thriving business called Environmental Management Consultants. He is a leading player in the environment and natural resources sectors. His clients include companies in oil and gas, companies in mineral mining, at least one company in the rum distilling business, and also include various international charitable organizations. So he's very much enterprising in how he approaches the business of environmental protection. But as he says himself, EMC, that is his company, is a business. And like every business, we look at the bottom line. For science and technology, the awardee this time is Professor Christine Carrington, who is professor in the Faculty of Medical Sciences at the University of the West Indies, St. Augustine campus. Professor Carrington may be best known across the Caribbean for her work with respect to the COVID-19 epidemic. One will have seen her appearing many times advising and counseling and reporting on the scientific elements of the epidemic. She is a highly accomplished virologist who is regarded as an authority on virus evolution and molecular epidemiology. She has been, and continues to do so, she has been instrumental in developing human capacity in terms of developing individuals, as well as developing infrastructural capacity in Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean to deal with threats from viruses of various kinds. For the field of public and civic contributions, we have two awardees. There's a joint award being made in that case. One of the awardees is Dr. Kim Natasha Jebut Singh from Barbados. Dr. Jebut Singh is an ophthalmologist and surgeon. She is the founder of the Caribbean Ophthalmology Research Alliance. She has been leading efforts in Barbados in delivering eye care on a pro bono basis, and she has advanced the quality of health care in the Caribbean, health care for eyes in the Caribbean, through the ophthalmology special conference she started in Barbados that conference continues to attract many experts from across the world. The awardee, together with her, is Miss Anushka Singh, who is from Suriname. Miss Singh is a champion. Anushka? Sunai, sorry. Sunai is a champion of digital inclusion. She is a founder and president of Creative Tech Hub Caribbean Systems. Through her Digital Talent Academy, which she founded in 2017, she provides free access to courses in digital technology to 13 to 30-year-old persons. She also provides courses to civic organizations. I would also want to say that this is the first time, if I'm not correct, if I'm wrong, it's the first time that we've had an awardee from Suriname. And in this case, the Ghana Nominating Committee has, as all nominating committees are able to do, can go outside of their own geographical boundaries to make nominations. And they've done so before, and this time they're successful with Ms. Sunai. So those are the nominees, the awardees for this year in the 4 categories. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Bourne. And thank you for reminding me that I left out one of the newest members of our eminent person selection panel, Ambassador Erwin Larocque of Dominica. My apologies. So, just to add to what Professor Bourne has said, and to let you know, so I'm going to just add a little bit to it, but to let you know that more detailed biographical sketches are available on our website. And that is to send you to the website, answercaribbeanawards.com. So we begin with arts and letters. Mr. Marlon James is one of the most successful writers in the world, who has made his name writing stories about his native Jamaica. He has won international prizes and earned accolades for his work. He is best known for his 2015 Man Booker Prize-winning novel, A Brief History of 7 Killings, the rights to which has been purchased by Netflix for adaptation to film. He has purchased several other novels and has received many prizes, including Dayton Literary Peace Prize in 2010, and has appeared on numerous prestigious shortlists. In addition to the Man Booker Prize, A Brief History of 7 Killings won the American Book Award, the Anisfield Wolf Book Prize, the OCM Bocas Prize for Caribbean Literature, the Minnesota Book Award, and was a finalist for the U.S. National Book Critics Circle Award. Writing for the New York Times, Michiko Kutani said of 7 Killings, "It is epic in every sense of that word. Sweeping, mystic, over the top, colossal, and dizzyingly complex. It is also raw, dense, violent, scalding, darkly comic, exhilarating, and exhausting. A testament to Mr. James's vaulting ambition and prodigious talent. He has also maintained a strong link to Jamaica and the Caribbean through presentations, workshops, residencies, distinguished lectures, literary festival appearances, and book launches. Our 2022 laureate in arts and letters is Mr. Marlon James of Jamaica. Entrepreneurship. Mr. Shyam Nocta is a young entrepreneur in Guyana whose foresight in creating a service that is of premium importance to the world now, environmental management, and is paying returns financially and in shaping the way his native Guyana proceeds as it enjoys a petrochemical boom. He is the founder and managing director of Environmental Management Consultants, EMC, which provides environmental services and innovative solutions to governments, NGOs, and the private sector in Guyana. EMC began in a small room of Mr. Nocta's parents' home and is today a leading player in Guyana's environmental and natural resources sectors. It is seen as an indispensable adjunct to the country's burgeoning petrochemical sector. With global attention focused on Guyana as the world's newest oil-producing nation, he is the only local company providing a range of specialized environmental services, offering on-the-ground expertise not only in oil and gas, but across 15 key sectors, including mining, agriculture, fisheries, forestry, energy, manufacturing, and infrastructure. EMC also manages the Sakakali Rainforest Center on the Essequibo River, one of Guyana's first private protected areas, which was founded by Mr. Nocta while he was still a university student. In August 2020, Mr. Nocta was appointed chair of the Local Content Advisory Panel assembled by Guyana's president, His Excellency Dr. Irfan Ali, to advise the government on creating a strong local content policy. He has also headed the Energy Subcommittee of the Private Sector Commission and currently chairs the Energy Committee of the American Chamber of Commerce in Guyana. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Shyam Nocta is our 2022 laureate in entrepreneurship. And as you heard, we have two candidates, two laureates in public and civic contribution. And I'll begin with Dr. Kim Jabotsing. Dr. Kim Jabotsing is a Barbadian ophthalmologist and oculoplastic surgeon. She uses her skills to improve healthcare outcomes and bring about meaningful change locally and regionally. She has provided services to hospitals across the region, trained other doctors, and has pioneered regional research and funding for research institutions, providing crucial data which did not exist. She has also been a tireless public educator, provider of pro bono medical services, and co-founded a regional organization, the Caribbean Ophthalmology Research Alliance, CORA. Dr. Jabotsing's outreach extends to Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. In Jamaica, she taught doctors and performed pediatric oculoplastic surgery at the Bustamante Children's Hospital and adult oculoplastic surgery at the Kingston Public Hospital in Kingston, Jamaica. She also provides oculoplastic services to all islands of the Eastern Caribbean. Apart from her practice and public educational work, the Caribbean Ophthalmology Research Alliance, a charity which raises funds to provide research grants for research into eye diseases that affect Caribbean citizens, including diabetes mellitus, cataracts, glaucoma, and perigenium. She is also the convener of the latest updates in ophthalmology subspecialty conference, held in Barbados annually, an international forum which brings Caribbean and international ophthalmology specialties together. This makes an enormous contribution to the dissemination of scientific knowledge across the region. Dr. Kim Jibot Singh from Barbados, our joint 2022 laureate in public and civic contributions. Anushka Varsha Sonai is an ICT entrepreneur from Suriname. She is a regional leader in introducing young people, women, and Caribbean people generally to navigating the online world, creating businesses, and using digital technology to improve their lives. She is at the center of many Surinamese and regional initiatives for young people and women to access training, hands-on experience, and opportunities in order to work and thrive in the expanding technology sector. She is also active regionally as an advocate for awareness and training in ICT skills and the creation of an inclusive digital economy and the ICT-friendly ecosystem. It is her ambition to be one of the leaders of a strong private sector where the focus lies on development of macro, small, and medium enterprises and women empowerment. Ms. Sonai is the founder and president of Creative Tech Hub Caribbean, a cluster of companies that aims to develop the Caribbean's creative technology ecosystem. It currently comprises 5 entities, 4 of which she co-founded: 21Q Caribbean, Cloud Engine, Spang Macandra, Digital Talents Academy, and the Creative Talents Foundation. All of the profits made by the first 3 are invested into the latter 2, the Digital Talents Academy and the Creative Talents Foundation, which are charitable initiatives. Apart from creating advocacy and industry education, Ms. Sonai is also involved in research. She produced a Suriname ICT sector monitor to analyze the local ICT sector and helped produce a market assessment identifying training needs for ICT skills. She also teamed up with ICT professionals to design and produce the region's largest ICT event, ICT Summit Paramaribo, over 3 consecutive years, 2013, 14, and 15. Additionally, she has been the chair of the Marketing and Communications Committee of CANTO, the Caribbean Association of National Telecommunication Organizations. Our first laureate from Suriname, Ms. Anushka Sonai, joint winner in public and civic contributions. And we move to science and technology. Professor Christine Carrington of Trinidad and Tobago is one of the most important people in the country's and region's response to the COVID-19 pandemic. She has been at the forefront of research, advocacy, and public education, and in creating vital informational and science research, exchanges between the international community and the region. A professor of molecular genetics and virology at the University of the West Indies, St. Augustine, Professor Carrington is perhaps the foremost regional authority on virus evolution and molecular epidemiology, respected in the scientific community regionally and globally, with an impressive record of international collaboration. Her expertise is routinely sought by Caribbean governments, the Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARPHA, and the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, for addressing viral outbreaks which have a major impact on people's lives all over the world. Professor Carrington serves in several important capacities in public health, including Trinidad and Tobago's representative on the Board of Governors of the International Center for Genetic Engineering and Biotechnology, Director of the Global Virus Network Affiliated Center of Excellence at the Faculty of Medical Sciences, UWI St. Augustine, and committee member of Pango Network, an international team of experts who oversee the identification and naming of different lineages of SARS-CoV-2. She's also involved in public outreach work, where she uses her understanding of COVID-19 to simplify complex concepts for various sectors of the society. Professor Christine Carrington of Trinidad and Tobago is our 2022 laureate in science and technology. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our laureates in each category will receive a monetary prize of 500,000 TT dollars, a medal, and a citation. Our joint winners will share the monetary prize. They will all receive their awards at ceremonies in their own countries on dates to be announced. But we are hoping at least by the end of May, early June, 2022. Let me make that clear. Our College of Laureates continues to grow, and with these additions, we now have 54 laureates. And with the additional 5 laureates that we just announced, we have given out a total monetary award of 23.5 million Trinidad and Tobago dollars. Why is that so quiet? I would have thought I would have gotten a response to that. That's money, you know, people. We are in our 17th program year since the inauguration of these awards. Dr. Sabga, after whom they were named, had a vision and a belief that we in the Caribbean can grow our own talent for our own sustainability, and therefore we should recognize those among us of exceptional ability. Finding such persons is not an easy task, and we depend in large measure on our country nominating committees in Barbados, Guyana, Jamaica, the OECS territory, and Trinidad and Tobago to do so, and also our researchers. So, having heard all this, do we have any questions? I'm sure Professor Bourne will take any of your questions, or maybe I can too as well. Any questions? Members of the media? Okay. All right. So, may I take this opportunity to let you know that nominations for 2023 are still open. Visit our website, answercaribbeanawards.com. Read the criteria for nominations. View the bios of previous laureates and those we have announced today. And nominate persons in any of the 4 categories whose work needs to be recognized. Nominations close on March 20th, 2022. A gentle reminder that these awards are for persons between the age range of 35 years and 55 years at the time of nomination. Members of the media, invited guests, our streaming audience, thank you for your presence this morning. I close by extending warmest congratulations to laureates Mr. Marlon James of Jamaica, Mr. Shyam Nocta of Guyana, Dr. Kim Jabot Singh of Barbados, Miss Anushka Sonai of Suriname, and Professor Christine Carrington of Trinidad and Tobago. Let's celebrate them all, and thank you. That's it.